Greetings and welcome to another Diablo 4 news video. Yesterday we got the news of the Age of Hatred persists, Diablo 4's 2025 roadmap. So we're gonna see what is in store for Diablo 4 for this year or for the rest of the year, since we already got the Witchcraft Power season of the Witchcraft, of course. And then we have 3 more seasons to go. And then also teases a bit of the expansion. So let's get right into it. Just a little text here about your appetite for continued demon slaying. Bam. And then we have this picture here of the Age of Hatred with the next seasons coming. So we can see here January to April is the Witchcraft. For my taste, it went a bit too long. I mean, of course, it was not the start of January, but it's the end of April. It's like 3.5 months of season, and I think they are aiming for 3 months. And they also say here for the next season it starts April till July, but well, it starts 29th of April, so not much of April left. And then it's effectively May, June, July, and whenever like the next one starts, and you can see they are bleeding into each other in the months. But anyways, for the Witchcraft, as you know, we got Witchcraft Powers, Headhunt's Activity, Occult Gems, Earnable Raven Pet. And then as a permanent edition, which is below here, we got the new Armory and the Whispers Quality of Life update. And then we will be getting into Belial's return into the next season in a few weeks from now, where we get the boss powers, and we will lose the Witchcraft power. So I'm guessing everything that is in red here, at least, is like something we lose after the season ends, which is kind of unfortunate for some things. I mean, we don't need the Witchcraft powers to persist, but maybe, you know, maybe occult gems or some variation of it. Maybe it will come back, like the Season 2 powers came back in aspect form, or the Season 1 powers came back in also aspect form, I think. And in unique, I think. Yeah, in uniques. Anyways, we got apparition, incursion activity, and we of course also get an earnable, but this time feline pet. So in the other seasons it's just earnable pet. I guess they will add the details over time to it. As you can see, we're also losing some details here, which is a very nice animation, or graphic rather. And then we get a new IP call-up. It's like, there is an interview with one of the heads of Diablo 4 or Diablo with Riker, so you can check that out if you want. There's not really much more details to this. IP call-up just means like something that aligns with the dark fantasy of Diablo, like some other IP, and then probably, I don't know, they didn't say that, but I'm thinking probably some skins, maybe some in-game activity would be nicer, I guess. And then we have a 2-year anniversary, I think around June, on 6th of June, I think it is. Let's see what they got cooking there. I'm guessing like some mid-season event, hopefully better than the Goblin event. And for permanent edition, we got new lair bosses, and then we got lair bosses quality of life. We got reliquaries, which is a new thing instead of battle pass, or how like they're gonna revamp the battle pass, making you more choose what rewards you want. We don't have a lot of details, but yeah. And then season journey update, they also want to don't tie it too much to the battle pass anymore, and they want to like cascade it and have like some goals in goals or something to lead up to a reward. So this will be interesting to see. And yeah, that's for what is coming up just in end of April for the next season, season 8, and then we have season 9 and 10. And then for the Sins of the Horadrim coming up, there's like Horadric powers. There's always powers, so people are really criticizing this. Oh, there's always powers. Like it sounds pretty generic and bland, but I'm guessing this is just like more like a working title. Although looking at Witchcraft powers and then boss powers, it just looks very similar. Like the whole UI looks similar, like how you slot in your boss powers, how you slot in your Witchcraft powers, how you upgrade them. So it is fair to assume that Horadic powers and Chaos powers function similarly, at least in the UI. They just are different, they do different things. By the way, I like this art of these little flags here. Look, it resembles the season theme, his Horadic symbol right here. And then we get something like dungeon escalation. So he didn't touch really on that, but this could revamp the Nightmare Dungeons. Also says here new Nightmare Dungeon activities, and this will be, I think this might be very exciting because something persists also as a permanent edition, and I think Nightmare Dungeons are really, there is opportunity here because we have so many, and what I really hate is that, yeah, you cannot, don't have agency over what dungeon keys that you're getting. Yeah, you can craft them, but then you have to sort them out, and there's like so many, and I just want to do specific dungeons, and yeah, maybe there's something there, and also in the dungeon more to do. And of course, you get an earnable pet. Woohoo! As permanent additions, new Nightmare Dungeon activities, I mentioned that. We don't really know what that means. They said like over time they're gonna reveal more, as always. And then console, keyboard, and mouse support, and more. Whatever and more is. Keyboard mouse support for console is nice, and I guess it's time to do that. So yeah, that is very good. What I'm looking for is the Nintendo Switch 2 port. So I'm looking forward to an announcement regarding that. I actually asked on Twitter and everything, and every channel that possibly is there, but I haven't got an answer yet, and I will inform you if I get something. Then we get Infernal Chaos. I don't know, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth because it is about the Hell Tides again. And sorry, not Hell Tides, Infernal Hordes. And I don't like Infernal Hordes. I really don't like them. Like when they announced it back in the day, I was like, wow, we get some roguelite mode where you can like choose, and you have like some negative effects and some buffs, and then like you can really, each run is like different. And then it's just super boring, and you're always looking for getting the Hellborn update because this gives you the most Aether or whatever it's called. And yeah, you just lay everything in this. I don't know. I think the idea itself is good, but the execution is not great. And yeah, maybe that's why we need this. Maybe we need an Infernal Hordes update, and maybe they can do something with it. And then we get Chaos powers, of course, because they are different than Heraldic powers. They're just more chaos. And a new IP collab with something. And more to come for permanent edition. So they are, either they don't know yet and they want to leave that open, or they don't want to show it yet and they want to leave the flexibility. They also said that they want to leave some big room and flexibility for things that comes through feedback, and they can still adjust and put something else into this. But I guess the themes itself and like these powers are, and the ones over the red flags, I think is pretty sure to come. And then 2026 we get the new expansion, new ranking system, and leaderboards. And ranking system, leaderboards, it seems to be different. Leaderboards, they said, is like for the blasters, the slayers, the 1% that want to really compete there. And ranking system is something for everybody, supposedly. And yeah, this one underneath here says new class. They confirmed that, and it's, I mean, they don't have to. I mean, it's new class, right? Because a new class is coming, might be Paladin, but they also said we're gonna be surprised by it. Leads me thinking maybe it's not Paladin, and yeah, maybe somebody can find out what this sign is, but it looks like just a Mephisto sign from the Mephisto dog. And the other like kind of teaser might be, if you want to interpret into these timelines, that this goes to December and then expansion. So for me, I'm not that gullible. I'm not saying, oh, this expansion is coming in January because they don't have, put in like the season theme for January 2026. Because this says 2025 roadmap, and it lines up all the 2025 seasons, and then it just says in 2026 there will be a new expansion. I don't think it will be in January, but yeah, maybe. That's actually all that is there. I mean, here there's a little bit of text to it, like Belial's return, and then Sins of the Raja return to Nightmare Dungeons with new activities and interactions that let you progress through the dungeons, let you progress the dungeon's intensity. That sounds really like a dungeon crawler, which is really cool. That's actually the potential that the dungeons have. It says hunts down the barons of hell. It's not the lords of hell, so who knows? Infernal Hordes update, more chaotic, new choices, advanced options between Infernal Health will arrive too. And then keyboard mouse support, core system updates coming to the battle pass for hey, and seasonal journey, ensuring these features evolve in ways are more rewarding. So yeah, that's what we got. Interesting, but not like mind blowing, I would say. Not sure why they did this. Like it just dropped, and then the interview just dropped. And thinking about it, I don't know why. I mean, I'd rather see finally the next developer stream or patch notes or whatever for the upcoming season. Because this tells me almost nothing. It just tells me that they're not putting in new endgame content per se. They're changing existing endgame content. So they're not putting in a whole new thing like vaults. And actually, I miss vaults. I don't know why, but I miss vaults. I really like them. Don't tell anybody. They're just improving on what's already there, which kind of feels at some point feels tiresome because they're always like it's good that they're improving, but it should be alongside of whatever new comes. We need new exciting stuff. New layer bosses. For me, it's not super exciting. It's kind of nice, but apparition incursion activity seems to not be great. What the PTR showed, but we'll see. I don't want to be negative, of course. I think it's nice that they're like transparent and they're telling us a bit of these things ahead of time. But again, we need to see the details to really judge what's going on here. And people really don't like to see like powers here, powers here. It seems really uninspired, is what they're saying. I suspect there's more to it, or maybe I'm hoping there's more to it here. Because like just a question reputation. But I mean, I'm coming, most of you maybe coming from Diablo 2, which a new season was just a new season, right? And maybe we got a few new rune words sprinkled in, but lately we didn't, and we are still playing. So yeah, endgame is what you make of it, I guess. And with that, I'm gonna close out. Thank you for watching, and yeah, let me know if you're excited for the Age of Hatred. Good luck, have fun, and goodbye.